Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan. First of all, just thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I actually spent the last couple of days away from social media. I didn't even have a phone Thursday and Friday. This is now Saturday. I I like taking little breaks from stuff, no matter what it is I'm doing. Even if it's I'm addicted to gambling for a time, or if I'm overdoing in alcohol or something. Like whatever it is that I'm on a daily basis, kind of spending my free time on. I like to take breaks and walk away. So I actually was able to do that Thursday and Friday, so Thanksgiving and the day after, and really just spent time with my family. We ended up going to California, had a great time. It was the one trip I've had in a very long time where I was like, I missed my family so much. I actually thought, well, what if we moved back to California? I haven't lived in California for over a decade, and I was like, man, I had such a good time. So I hope you all had a great time. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and take care for everything. I got a couple boxes from CGC today, so I was like, I got to open them up, get pictures taken, and then get them prepped for a listing, which I'm falling behind because newborn babies basically take up all of your life. Hold on one second, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so I logged back in. I started looking at stuff this morning, kind of with that fresh filter, kind of with that fresh, coming back into the, so like looking at everything and trying to make sure that this is still something I want to participate in. And it is. So collectibles, I love it. And everything that I'm working on, I love it. I just got to continue selling and moving products. One of the comments that somebody left, I believe it was the Butcher, has been a subscriber for a while. Thank you so much for your support. He put a comment on for one of my last CGC boxes, because every time I open a box, I talk about how much it cost me and like what I'm looking as a return. And he asked, how do I calculate eBay fees? So just for everybody out there, if you're ever thinking about selling on eBay, first of all, get a business account. To get a business account, you have to have an LLC and you have to be a reseller in your state, wherever that is. And you have to provide that information to eBay. So that process, that whole process, you have to get a business, you have to make your business account with eBay, you have to get your reseller certificate through your local state, whatever it is. You have to file with the IRS. You got to do all that. So like all of that takes like a month, and you have to navigate that. You have to file, you have to make sure you get your EIN number, your reseller cert, and I recommend that you talk to a professional and pay somebody like $100 an hour for their advice to make sure you do the right thing. I didn't. I just did whatever the hell I wanted, and I learned a lot of hard lessons. I learned how to do it in the state of Nevada, but I didn't do it the most efficient way possible because I was cheap, and I ended up spending more money anyways because I made mistakes. So my recommendation is, hey, look, if you're really interested in selling and being a business, buying and selling on eBay, there's a long way to do it, but it's the most effective and efficient way to do it. And you get your business account. You don't pay tax when you buy stuff on eBay. It's the way to do it. But talk to somebody who's a professional that does it. You can reach out to me. I'm more than willing to try to walk you through that. If I ever get enough subscribers where somebody can like click the join to my channel, I will provide I think I'm going to start developing like step-by-step how-to guides for eBay, TCG Player and stuff, just for the basics, just so people can, if they're interested in doing something, they can actually do it, right? And somebody like myself, you could reach out to me whenever they want. But we're talking about like years in the future if the channel even continues to grow. So anyways, that was a lot lead up, right? But how do I calculate the eBay fees? So eBay, when they changed their promoted listings a couple months ago, you had to promote at 8% to get the largest distribution of promotion through eBay. So like eBay will promote your item. Like I have items up here. This is for auction up on the website. These are I like to just look at what's selling, what's not selling, and how low the bids are. So like people just aren't buying stuff nowadays, right? Like especially over the last couple of years. So I like watching auctions and watching books. Just like look at this X-Men #1 Young Guns variant Magneto at 9.8. This is beautiful, $49. So like I like watching and seeing the true reality of what stuff is selling for. And anyways, so I like to watch these things. But if you go to buy it now, you'll see, oh, instead of time ending suited, just put best match. You'll see sponsored. You see where it says sponsored at the bottom? These people are paying for that, right? And so you're paying a percentage. Now, depending on how much you're paying will depend on how further up you go in the search, right? So like if these two people were paying, maybe this person's paying 8% and this person's paying 5%, right? Not only that, like depending on your keywords in your description and in your title, eBay will put it into different results. Like I put CGC right here. So there's a million different CGC things, right? It automatically filtered into comic books, but like there's CGC trading cards, CGC, all kinds of things. So when you're paying to promote the listing, it goes all over the place. And I don't know the full algorithm of how it works. I don't know if because of my zip code that's over here, like if you were to log in and you had your zip code, I don't know if it changes the filter results. I'm sure it does. Otherwise, why would they have it? Obviously, it does something. And so your percentage of promoted listings matters. And a while back, they changed it where like if you promoted at 6%, you would get a distribution of your promoted listing across the entire category. And then they put out an article. I don't have the article. I just remember when it happened. They literally put out emails and articles to sellers on eBay that you had to promote at 8% to get that full distribution across the category, across all promoted listings. And so 8% is the minimum to get the widest distribution. And that really impacts your impressions. They're called listing impressions. So like you want to have as many impressions as you can because impressions equals search terms and the likelihood of your item being viewed on eBay. God, this is a long video of me talking. Sorry about that, but I'm trying to explain how all this works. And so your item, like this person's paying $350. Let's say he's paying 10% to promote his listing. 10% of $350 is $35, right? Like, so you have to calculate your promoted listing because that's right off the top. And it's not even 10% of, from my understanding, again, now I've been doing this for a while and I've tried to understand the eBay fees and everything. So this is my understanding. It's not even just $350. It's your item sales price plus shipping and taxes, sales tax. And that's the total number. So it will actually be, this is free shipping, so it's $350 plus sales tax to whoever buys it. So let's say it's let's just say it's $375. So that means 10% of that is $37.50. It's not 10% of the selling of what the item sells for. Additionally, on top of that, and now that's just your promoted listing. That's just to get up here so people actually see you up here. You don't have to, you could put 0% you could not promote your item. Somebody would just have to search specifically for the item that you're selling in order to even be found, right? Or you have to have enough people follow your store on eBay that go to your store frequently enough to actually want to buy anything from you, because you're not going to get a new customer with 0% promoted listing. It's very, very rare. So anyways, so you promote your listing, you automatically have to calculate that. So at $350, I would assume that you're going to lose at least, like if you did the minimum 8%, you're going to lose about $30 right off the top. So you're already at $320. Now, again, it's not off of the item price. There's sales tax and shipping, but I'm just trying to work with the numbers right in front of us to try to keep it easy. So it would be, let's say, $320, because you're going to lose like $30. So $320. And then you're also going to be paying 12% automatically. So all collectibles, in the category of collectibles, doesn't matter if it's sports cards, comic books, or Marvel trading cards, or CGC this, CGC that. If it's a collectible category, you're also paying eBay 12% of the final price, not the advertised price, not what the item sells for, but plus shipping and plus sales tax. So you got 8%, $30, and then you got another 12%. It's 12%. It's always 12%. There's no, like, you can't control that. So let's say you promote at 8%, you're going to lose $30. Let's say you sell the item, you're going to lose 12% Again, after sales tax, it's a bigger number, 12% off of that. So let's say that's $40. I know these numbers won't be accurate, but anyways, so now from 350, you go down to 320, and then you go down to 280, and then you're going to have a 30-cent. Now the final value fee. Now that does change, but I don't know what the. Anyways, basically it's like 30 cents. So basically, you're going to sell it for 280. After all those fees come out. So I hope that kind of helps. So when you price something and you put it up for sale and you promote it as a listing, you have to understand that. And then that's just the sale of the item. You got to pay for shipping materials. You have to account for the cost that you paid for the book and everything else. So my goal is always 5 to 10% on an item. However, I try to take all that information into account when I list the item. So like, I'm going to open up a couple boxes here, and I'll let you know what I'm going to price them at and whether or not I think I'm going to get my money back, and what my net has to be. So I'm already adding on basically 30%, or no, 20%. So like if I think the item is worth $100, I have to sell it for 20% more than that, which is 20 more, so $120 in order to even get close to that $100 target. So I hope that works. So basically promoted ad listing and your final value being 12%. So I have 8% promoted on all my listings, and then 12% is the automatic fee for eBay. So everything is 20%. So whatever I pay for, whatever my item is, my goal is to net 10% of what I paid for it, which means I have to sell it for 30% of what I paid for it. And I hope that helps everybody. I really do. So 30% is eBay, 1/3 eBay. And it's really tough sometimes to remember when it comes down to like selling a single raw comic book. You cannot promote at 8% and sell a raw comic book for less than $2.50. It's like $2.43 or something. It'll net zero after materials, depending on your materials. Like I have really high-end materials, so the cost of my materials are higher than an average person's because I use my own archival products and I use Gemini boxes, so I use high-end materials. So you could get away with $2. Like you could sell a raw comic book for $2 and break even or even make a couple pennies on eBay. You can with the 20%. It just depends on how much you paid for the book, and it depends on your materials. For myself, I can't sell anything for less than $2.42 or 43 cents. So I just sell my cheapest items will be $2.45, unless it's an item that I just want. I'm like, I'll sell it just so that way I get potentially another customer that like saves me as a seller because they'll see how good. Like literally, I'll sell at a loss to hopefully gain a repeat customer in the future. There's sometimes I'll do that. Like some of the Amazing Spider-Man #1s, they're highly sought after, but they don't sell for very much money, and I'm competing against people that buy in such large economies of scale that I can't compete with their prices. So I'm like, I'll sell at a little bit of a loss for a couple of these books, and try to earn a customer to come back to my store, like to save my store by packaging it really well. Since I'm already going to lose money on it, I go all in on the I make sure the shipping is perfect. You know, I put a little nice beautiful sticker for my company and everything, to hopefully earn a repeat customer, right? I go all in on my shipping all the time, but when I'm losing money on an item, I spend even more time making sure it's perfect when I ship it. Anyways, hope that helps. 30% is eBay fees. 30% of whatever. Well, it's not. I'm sorry. It's 20% is the eBay fees. 30% is what my goal is when I sell it. My target sell price. So like if I spent $100 on an item, my listing, my minimum accepted offer that I would accept would be $130. Because I gotta make my 10%, that's my goal, and I gotta pay eBay 20%. So I have to sell it for $130. I hope that helps. Okay. let's get into a box opening, and then yeah, let's just get into the box opening. All right. So I got two beautiful little boxes here. I don't, like I said in one of my other videos, I don't know what these are. I lost track of my submissions. I really thought I was done. So I have to log in and find out if there's anything else coming. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to open both boxes. Let's just open both boxes, get them out. I'm ready. And you know what? Let me know what you think about getting stuff graded right now. Are you slowing down? Are you thinking about getting things? Do you even grade things? Like, let me know how many people that watch channels like me that open boxes of grading, how many people actually do grading? Like, or do you just, if you're interested in graded comic books, do you just simply buy graded comic books and avoid the whole, you know, months of waiting and the unknown of what your grade is going to be? Would you rather just spend your money on something that you see? I mean, look at these auctions that go off all the time. Here, look, I'll show you. Well, since I open these, I'll keep these on camera. Let's open this first, and I'll show you the auctions again. All right, let's see. Is this the front or the back? This is the back. All right. What about this one? That's the back. Okay. It looks like there's a paper right there, so I'm going to try to grab the paper out. And then try to grab the paper out of the second one without seeing anything. All right, so we paid, this is the bottom book. So the top book, we paid $135 for. So shipping and handling was 20 bucks, $5 for additional handling that they always charge, and then 110. So this must have been a signature. I don't know if it was a remark or just a signature. Actually, this might have been pressing and oh, it says in-house signing grading. It doesn't show anything about pressing, so I'm assuming this is only a signature book. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what this is. Bam! 9.4, that's horrible. Oh, but it's Rose Besch. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It's B-E-S-C-H. This is a beautiful, beautiful. Love this. I absolutely love that. That's amazing. This is one of her, one of my favorite covers that she's ever done. 9.4, you know, it's still near mint. It's not exactly what I would be hoping for, but oh, you know why it's so expensive? I did a remark. So it's, oh, that's so cute. So these are her eyes. Hold on. I gotta go help out my wife. Let's get this over with here before my wife starts yelling at me. So this is her signature. It's got a little heart in there. I love that. But in the face, she's got her eyes and she's blowing a bubble, like a bubblegum bubble. Hold on. I'm trying to get it in the camera. There you go. I wonder if you could see that, the little bubble right there that she's blowing. This is amazing. She really went all out on that sketch. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. All right, I gotta go. Hold on, let's see this last book. Bam, 9.6. Same kind of sketch, except she's blowing kisses. She's blowing little hearts instead of a bubble. Love that. Absolutely love that. Really great. You know what? 9.4, 9.6. When it comes to sketches and autos, personally, I'm not concerned with the grade as much if the sketch and the auto and the cover is beautiful. So I'm not as concerned. If it's just a raw blue, if it's a blue label book, then I care if it's a 9.8. Anyways, take care everybody. Wish you nothing but the best. Talk to you soon.